Keanu Reeves, a name that resonates with the power of a modern-day legend. But if you look closely into his eyes, you won't see the reflection of his $400 million fortune. You will see a map of scars, a sequence of tragedies so dark it would have crushed the soul of any ordinary man. At BREAKCROWN, we believe that greatness isn't born in the light of victory, but in the shadows of the darkest valleys. Tonight, we aren't talking about his movies or his fame. We are dissecting the psychology of the empty chair. Why does a man who could own the world choose to own nothing? The answer isn't in his bank account. It's in his scars. It started in Beirut, 1964. By the age of 3, the first pillar of Keanu's world collapsed. His father walked out, leaving behind a psychological void that no amount of success could ever fill. To a child, abandonment isn't just a physical absence. It's a haunting whisper that says, "You weren't enough to make him stay." This internal winter shaped the stoic man we see today. He wasn't born silent. He was silenced by the fear of being too much for those who were supposed to stay. He became a nomad, moving from city to city, school to school, a ghost in his own life, learning never to get too attached to a world that felt temporary. In the early 90s, Keanu found a brother in River Phoenix. They were the princes of Hollywood, destined to rule together. But in 1993, River died of an overdose right in front of Keanu's eyes. This wasn't just the loss of a friend, it was the death of his innocence. Psychologically, Keanu realized that the crown of Hollywood was made of cheap plastic. While other stars were chasing the next big high, Keanu began to master the art of being comfortably broken. He wore his sadness like a coat, realizing that fame is a fragile shield against the reality of death. If you think he had suffered enough, 1999 was waiting. While the world was celebrating the Matrix, Keanu was mourning in silence. His daughter, Ava, was born stillborn. Weeks later, the love of his life, Jennifer Syme, died in a horrific car accident. Imagine the mental weight. Most men would shatter. Keanu entered what philosophers call the dark night of the soul. He stopped buying houses. He moved into hotels. Why buy a home to fill it with the memories of those who aren't there? The hotel room became a symbol of his nomadic soul, a state of peace found only after losing everything. He didn't run from the pain. He sat with it, robbing grief of its power over him. But this is where the crown is rebuilt. Keanu Reeves didn't let the darkness consume him. He turned it into a desperate kindness. Today, he gives away 70% of his earnings to cancer research. He helps strangers without seeking cameras. Psychologically, this is the healing power of altruism. Every act of generosity is a strike against the darkness that tried to take him. He didn't find happiness in the crown of a movie star. He found it in the act of giving it away. He is the living proof that a broken vessel can still pour living water into the lives of others. The story of Keanu Reeves teaches us that you don't need to be fixed to be magnificent. You can be shattered 1,000 times and still be the light in someone else's darkness. At BREAKCROWN, we ask you, is your struggle breaking you or is it building a king? Remember, a broken crown is still made of gold. It just needs a stronger heart to wear it. Don't just survive your pain. Use it to build your empire. Welcome to the rebuild. Welcome to BREAKCROWN.